What's going on, guys? Wayne here and welcome to another video, and I'm bringing you some Assassin's Creed 3 single player. Oh my god, what is this? The blasphemy? Where's the multiplayer? Oh my god, this is heresy. Burn the witch, like burn the witch. No. Don't worry guys, there's a good reason why I'm giving you some single player content today. Because today marks the first of several episodes called, well, might be called, I should say, my wish list for AC4, my wish list for Assassin's Creed 4. Now, everyone has their wish list, you know, what they want in the game, what they don't want from previous games, and so on and so forth. So, I'm gonna do a set of videos based on that for single player and multiplayer. So when I'm talking about single player stuff, I'm gonna show single player content, multiplayer stuff, multiplayer content, you get the picture. So anyway, today I'm going to start off with a feature that has been, it's been on my wish list ever since AC2, well before the release of AC2, and even to this day Ubisoft have not managed it in the single player, which is quite strange really, because they've managed it in the multiplayer, but not the single player. And I'm talking about customization. Now, we all know that since, from the likes of AC2, Brotherhood and Revelations, the health system was heavily tied into the armor system. So it was hard to customize, well, according to the developers and the community developers such as Ubisoft, it was hard to set up a in-depth customization feature with things like armor linked into the health system. Okay, fine, you know, I'm not going to have a go about that, even though it doesn't really matter, because in the likes of AC2, Brotherhood and Revelations, we just ended up not buying the chest armor, for example, because no one liked the chest armor. I didn't like the chest armor, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. It absolutely ruined the attire on every single character, every single iteration of Ezio, of Ezio. When you put chest armor on, you look like an absolute pillock. I mean, I never, ever, ever, I can happily say I have never, ever bought chest armor for any of those characters. So yeah, you know, it just ruined it. So, you'd think, going into AC4, I mean, into AC3, where they went, right, we're going to get rid of the, you know, the synchronization blocks and give you a proper health bar. Great. They would build on the customization, but they didn't, and it was a real shame. I mean, that everyone had been asking for it, you know, a full in-depth customization feature. The multiplayer got more customization, and that's what annoyed me. It's like, especially going into Revelations and AC3. I mean, now in AC3 you're able to change the chest, the head, the arms, the legs, the belt. Even in Revelations you're able to do that. But yet, features like this weren't tied into the single player to some degree, at least. I mean, oh, dye your clothes. Okay, right, what dyes have you got for Connor in Assassin's Creed 3? Well, okay, 80% of them are horrible looking, or just don't look right. Clashing blue and red with black and white. Are you mental? I'm an assassin, not a fucking patchwork quilt. Like, you know, it just didn't seem to work. So I want in AC4 a full customization feature. If the health is going to be if the health system is going to be the same as it was in AC3, there is no harm in giving us more customization for Edward, so we can craft him the way we see fit. If we want him to wear spalders, we can have him wear spalders. If we want him to wear a specific kind of belt out of a collection, or a specific, you know, I want his sleeves to be dyed grey, where I want his hood and like coat, as it were, with the trim and the tails to be white. I mean, so many customization options are at Ubisoft's disposal for AC4, and especially going into something like the PlayStation 4 with brilliant, which is going to be superior graphics to the current generation. That there's no beating around the bush. But yeah, it's customization. I mean, what's wrong with it? I mean, again, they've been able to give us great customization features in the multiplayer, and you've seen how the customization from Brotherhood to Revelations to AC3 has evolved immensely with each of the games. I mean, so can someone tell me why is it so freaking hard to just give us the exact same system in the single player? I mean, I'm not talking about MMO style. I'm not talking about Fallout or Skyrim style of customization where there's a million and two, you know, items you can find and pieces of clothing you can find. I'm just talking about a selection, you know, just like you've got in in the AC3 multiplayer and Revelations, you know. Right, so you've got three variations of arms, you've got three variations of chests, and three variations of you know, each individual main body part. You know, I just don't see why it's that hard. And it's like, I shouldn't think it would interrupt the animations. I mean, the swords will still go in the same places. I'm not talking about, you know, changing where I'm putting the swords. I'm just talking about colour and cosmetics. You know, if I want him to have this piece of armour or this kind of coloured bracer, you know, what is so difficult about that? And it's a shame because the multiplayer customization is good. I mean, I've had a lot of fun, and the best part is that with something like the customization in the multiplayer, I can change. You know, I want this guy to look like this, and after for a bit, and then I think, oh, you know what, I'll change it. So I change it and I mix him up and I make him look a little bit different. So yeah, there was seriously no problem with it, and quite interestingly, it ties into Assassin's Creed 3 a little bit because the clothes that I'm wearing right now on this particular mission, the sea-bearing naval clothes, these are not available in the single player. This exact copy, I'm not talking about the stupid DLC Aquila, you know, uniform, which looks ridiculous because the cuffs are absolutely massive and my chest is silver. You know, I'm talking about the one that I'm wearing right here, right now, in this gameplay is not available in the single player. Even after you complete the game, why not? That suit is awesome, and I would love to wear that. I would wear that more than the standard assassin white hoods. So even now, Ubisoft are getting it wrong, you know, and when it comes to unlockable costumes, that they get it wrong, and even when they try and get it right, it doesn't work. Like Altair, for example, and Ezio in AC3, them two costumes, like, yeah, they're a nice little fanfare, but the animations are horrible. Like Altair's robes just are stuck to the character model. The same with Ezio. Whereas you look at something like Achilles' uniform or the colonial assassin outfit, you know, the tail bellows and moves as you move with the animation, just like the rest of the stuff. But for some reason, Ezio's and Altair's robes, as it were, are stuck to the character, but yet Ezio's cape billows and moves, you know. Oh. I'm sorry, I started talking about customization and how much of a cool feature it would be, and it turned into a bit of a rant on how shit Ubisoft are at actually just giving decent outfits. I mean, you know, they've never been able to nail an outfit down. The last time they nailed an outfit down was, I dare say, the original Altair. Maybe the basic Ezio from AC2, the Brotherhood basic with the brown leather spalder and one hidden blade. I mean, I always stuck with one hidden blade in Brotherhood. Why? Because the bracers didn't match. Why the fuck would you not have the bracers match? I mean, seriously, they match on the front cover. Why won't they match in the game? Oh, but they fixed it for Revelations. Oh, but what did they do in Revelations? They only gave one set of armor, which looked cool, and that was the first set that you unlocked after you got to Constantinople, like the grey, silver, steel looking one. The rest, did you see the size of those shoulder pads? Oh my god, right. Oh, this is turning into an absolute rant. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what, I'm going to seriously quit right here whilst I'm ahead. Thank you so much for watching. If you agree with me with the customization, say so in the comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say about customization. What little things would you like to see related to customization in the single player? And I really do want to hear what you guys have to say, because I'll probably do a follow-up video on this customization later on. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, leave your customization comment below. And as always guys, take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you all guys, Wayne out.